My ex cheated on me with his ex. Barely 2 days after he dumped me, they went Facebook official. A few months later, engaged, then married. Just like that. I guess I was the rebound girl, the warm-up before he got back to his perfect little ex. And let me tell you, his ex, now wife, was vicious. I'm talking extra cruel, not subtle, not the kind of thing you can ignore. She made it her mission to humiliate me at every turn. One time, we all went out with a group of friends while we were dating. She was there, smiling like a saint, but she'd whisper little insults, make thinly veiled jokes about me in front of people, and I swear she would glare at me like she wanted to burn me alive. I hated every second, but I kept my composure. Mostly. I didn't let her see me sweat. Fast forward a year. I'm in his city for a business trip. Totally professional reason. But then, out of nowhere, he messages me. "Hey, wanna catch up?" My first reaction was irritation. Why now? But then a little spark of something darker ignited. Petty revenge. I agreed. Dinner and drinks at my hotel. Now, I knew this was my moment. The early 2000s were all about lingerie as clothes, so I leaned into it. Under a tailored business jacket, I wore a very strategic top, something that hinted at way more than it showed. I accessorized like I might be meeting a Hollywood director, not an ex. Shoes that clicked, hair perfectly tousled, nails sharp and glossy. I wanted him to see me and regret every choice he ever made. Dinner started casual. Wine, small talk, polite laughter. But as the evening went on, he began reminiscing about old memories. Shared jokes, inside secrets, nights out, stupid fights we'd had. He laughed at everything, leaned closer, touched my hand in ways that made me think he'd never really changed. And with every glass of wine, his tone got flirtier, X-rated even. When the bar closed, he casually suggested we continue in my room. I agreed, outwardly innocent, but my mind was already cooking. I planned to let him think he was in for a night of passion, and then destroy him socially. Back in my room, I poured more drinks, casually leaned into him, and let him feel every inch of me. I made him unbutton his shirt, mussed up his hair, draped my legs over him on the couch, whispered things that made him think he had won. I suggested a picture, for old time's sake. He agreed, smiling, unaware of the trap. The photo was perfect chaos. It looked like we were about to, well, cross the line. The hotel bed loomed behind us. I had my best about to get laid face on. My hair fell perfectly, just slightly messy. My leg draped over him provocatively. Every detail screamed temptation. And that's when I knew I could burn it all down. About 15 minutes later, I pretended to get a text from my boss. Emergency, early start, crisis. I sighed, apologized, kicked him out. He left, probably smug, completely oblivious. Now, here's where I added a little flair. I couldn't just post it online casually. I had to frame it. I opened Facebook, added a caption. "Always a good time. Been a blast catching up on the good old days," and tagged him. But before hitting post, I sat there for a few minutes, imagining the chaos, how his wife would react, mutual friends, co-workers, family. Every little thought made me grin. After posting, I didn't hear anything for a while. I was nervous. What if it backfired? But then, months later, mutual friends casually mentioned it. The post had caused a storm. His wife, mutual friends, families, even some co-workers had seen it. The drama unfolded slowly. Arguments, awkward confrontations, accusations flying. A year later, they were divorced. Acrimonious, messy enough to be legend among mutual friends. And me? I just smiled quietly. Victory tastes sweeter when it's patient. But here's a weird side note. The hotel staff. They were totally oblivious to the tension, but I swear every time I passed the lobby, I imagined they knew something was going down. Maybe it was just the wine talking, or maybe it's because I had that look that screams dangerous. Even the cleaning staff, who came to tidy while he was waiting outside, felt like extras in my little revenge story. Every detail, every sound, every interruption became part of the build-up. Looking back, the whole night feels cinematic. I was the villain and the heroine at the same time. I orchestrated a little chaos in someone else's life, and it felt thrilling and petty and satisfying. It wasn't just about him, it was about reclaiming power, showing him I was never just a rebound. And the craziest part? Even now, thinking about it, the picture still gets reactions. Mutual friends occasionally tease me about it. Some people say it's cruel. Some say it's genius. I just shrug. Sometimes, being a little evil is the sweetest kind of therapy.